Hey everybody, this here is Big Will, and I getting a tax return this year. So I thought I'd just go over what I'm planning on doing with it. Well, one of the things is I have a bunch of books that I'd like to get graded, and it would be really nice to just send everything off at once. So what I'm going to be going through is uh, pre-screen books. I'll be doing these CBCS, and I want to go through all the different books that I have pulled out here that would be good for a pre-screen for a 9.8. And I guess we should get started here. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is just showing a book and telling you if it's going to go for the pre-screen. And this first book is definitely a pre-screen book. Well, before I do that, I should probably put where I'm putting them off to the side here. I'm putting a backer board. Just you don't want to have your comic in the bag and board be at the back and all that weight leaned up against it. So put you a few boards or maybe a divider or something behind it. Just make sure everything's all nice and happy. So let me do that. And then the first book will be Bloodshot #6. And this is a very nice condition book. First appearance of Ninjak. I believe he's out of costume, though. But, for the price I paid for the book, which I think I got it for not even $1, not even 50 cents. I got it for less than that. And the cost of grading, I can make a little bit of money off that. Not a whole lot, mind you, but enough to go forward with it. And then, of course, this will be pre-screened, and this is Wonder Woman #1, the new Wonder Woman. And this one has a lot of potential for down the road type stuff. People really seem to like the idea of a Brazilian Wonder Woman. So that's definitely going to go in the pre-screen. Bought that off the rack, so I didn't spend a whole lot. And for me personally, I'm trying to get all of my Wolverine books in the current series as they come out. I want to get them all slabbed. I want to, however long it runs, I want to have the complete set of A covers in a 9.8. So we got Wolverine #3. He's going in. We'll try it out. Now, last time I did CBCS, I did do a pre-screen, but I sent in 2 books that CGC had rejected. And turns out I was right, and they shouldn't have been rejected, and I got 9.8 on both of them. So, and then we have Wolverine #4. I have #1 in a I think it's CGC, and then I think it's also CGC #5, maybe. Let's see. Also, a very, very nice copy of Dr. Mirage #1. So definitely want to have that. Get it graded. I wonder. I'm going to a convention where Jim Shooter is going to be there. So I wonder if he was editor at time of this. If he was, I might need to wait and hold off until the convention. See, Dr. Mirage. Okay, no, they don't even have that in the app here. Let me try eBay. Hey, Dr. Mirage #1. All right. So it's a Bob Layton story. It's Valiant '93. I believe Jim left in like '92. So we'll just keep with it on the Dr. Mirage pre-screen. And all these will be pre-screened for a 9.8. Certain things that a few things I'm throwing in are probably not, no, they're not Wild Star one. It's not valuable or anything. It's just it's nice to have a few books slab just that you can sell them on the cheap or use them to give away or something like that. So this Wild Star #1 from Image will go to the pre-screen. See, and then I have Wolverine #6. It'll definitely head off. And as long as with CBCS, as long as 70% of what I send gets graded, I don't get charged for the books they send back. So the goal is to hopefully meet that and not have the extra charges. And here is Wolverine #2. That was my phone. Does anyone else get these messages from like websites or something? I just reply stop to all of them, and hopefully that does the trick. Good Lord. I just now got my invite from Stay Puft. It's only 5 hours late. He didn't send it 5 hours late, mind you. Okay, so Crush. That is a character I like the idea of, and I think it'd be kind of cool. So I have one copy of her first appearance going for pre-screen. We have 2, 3. We have 4 copies of Teen Titans 20 First Crush heading out. Granted, as soon as I get the refund, I haven't got it just yet. And then this is Giant Size X-Men Storm, issue #1, and it's just a beautiful cover, and it should hit a 9.8. I like that, and I think it would sell real nice too, just because of how nice it looks. And then sending out this one, issue 1 of Generations Shattered. This is supposedly has the cameo first appearance of the new Wonder Woman. So I'm sending it in. I don't know if it'll actually have much value or not later on. And then of course we have Wolverine issue #7. Now of these I'm sending in only the Wolverine is for the PC. Everything else is to sell later. And then, of course, we have Wolverine #8. Now we get into my Strange Academy. I have Strange Academy #1. This is the 3rd printing. I have 1 copy. I don't know if I have another one stuck somewhere or not. Let's see. This is the 5th printing of Strange Academy #1. I have 2 copies of it that will be heading out and hopefully getting hit with a 9.8. All right. This is the 4th printing. And then I have 2 copies of the 2nd Walmart version. You can tell both have the blue Strange lettering. So I got 2 copies of those. This is another version of #1. And then we have the 2nd printing of Strange Academy #1. All that will be sent. Now, I love facsimiles because they're great ways to read those classic stories without having to worry about, first off, paying for the actual first appearance, and it's much easier to read because it's nice and clean, and you don't have to worry about the pages being brittle or anything like that. You can accidentally sneeze on it, and boohoo, you paid what, $4 or $5 for it. That's it. But I also love getting them graded because it's a great way to have a high grade copy of something that you will probably never be able to afford unless patience, focus, sacrifice. Uh, and it looks really nice because most of the time you're going to get a 9.8. So, of those, I have the Avengers 57. I think that's going to look real nice. And X-Men number 4. We have Tales of Suspense 39. Have Captain America 117, First Falcon. And hey, what do you know? I have apparently I have a third copy of the 5th printing that's heading out. Now, the next batch of books I recently got from King of the Golden State off an auction. I spent a little money and got sent this huge box of books. And of those, I whittled them down to ones that might be worth pressing and cleaning and grading, and some that maybe not worth that but are worth grading. And of those, actually, okay, this is not one. It is not worth pressing and cleaning and grading. But let's see. We have JLA 26, and it is okay. According to my list, it's worth pressing and cleaning and sending in. JLA 26. So that's going to sit over here to the side. It won't go in the pre-screen. Now, I don't know. I don't remember why I said it was worth it. It might be actually worth it, or it could be that it has value for down the road or something. I have no idea. I don't remember on most of these. Okay, Justice League 26. Okay, that is... Looking at this one, I don't think it'll get a 9.8 in a pre-screen, but I'm going to try it anyway. Although, if I wanted to, all CBCS pre-screens, you don't have to have 25 minimum, and you also can choose the grade to pre-screen for on each individual comic. So if I wanted all of them to be 9.8 except that one, I could say, okay, this one can be a 9.6 and get graded and send it in. I could do that. I don't know if we'll run into one like that in this pile, but I could do that. Okay, next up is, let's see, where does it fall? Okay, this is not press and clean. This is just going to go in for the pre-screen. This is Superman 209. Just a great Jim Lee cover there. All right, next up is Superman 212. This one is worth the press and clean and grade. And just an awesome looking cover. Let me look at that. Is that not awesome? So set that over to the side. Let's see. Okay, issue 205 of Superman. Now I see some ticks, and I can't tell. I don't think they're color breaking. One maybe. So I don't know. It'll be a little while before I actually get to send these off. Why don't you guys tell me, should this Superman issue be a 9.8 only, or can it be a 9.6, possibly a 9.8? because I can set it, like I said, for 9.6 too. And the reason why I'm asking is because it's Superman 205, the Michael Turner variant. So I'm going to put it in the pre-screen, and then we'll decide later if we should want it graded basically no matter what, or if it's specifically a 9.8 or bust. All right. Next one, it is, again, this one is not, it could be a 9.8, it could be a 9.6. I have no idea. So, again, which one do we do? Let me know. Should I be okay if it's a 9.6? Superman 204. All right. And next up, we have Zatanna, number 9. This is obviously just pre-screen. Next up, we have Zatanna, number 8. It is... It is actually not press and clean, and it is not listed right here on my paper for the other either. But I think it would press out to a 9.8. Let me check. Let's see if it's a key. Zatanna number 8. Let's see here. Zatanna. All right. Issue 8 is, it's not really a key. It just says that the cover art is by Stephanie Rowe. So, beats me. But you know what? It's Zatanna. Cool character, cool look. I like the cover. We'll see about the press and clean. We'll put it in the press and clean pile. Zatanna number 8. I need to notate that though. Like Zatanna 8. All right. I need to get pins. I just had to do that in a Sharpie. Need to get some pins over here at this desk. All right. Next up is going in the pre-screen pile, and it is Zatanna number 6. And again, a lot of these, like, good Lord, like the Zatanna, I see some things on it, so it may not get a 9.8. The Zatanna, I know I don't need to do that one, at least. I don't need to be okay if it's a 9.6. It's a 9.8 or bust. No. I don't know about this one. We'll just put it in the pre-screen. Zatanna number 3. So Zatanna number 3, and good Lord, I keep not writing these down. So Zatanna number 3. All right. Next up, Zatanna number 2, which it is, again, it may not get 9.8, but we're still sending it off in the pre-screen. And we're not going to worry about 9.6 on those. Now, this one, however, it looks like it should be okay in the pre-screen. And it is Zatanna number 1. So we'll put that there for the pre-screen. Okay. All right. Next book we have here is Old Lady Harley number 5. So, yeah. The first appearance of Old Man Joker, or the geriatric Joker as they have here. I don't know if I should get it graded or not. Be honest with you. But you know what? It looks like it is a 9.8 guaranteed. So I'll put it in the pre-screen. I mean, if it's pre-screen, it comes back in 9.8. I'll be able to sell it to somebody. Keep in mind that most of these are going to cost, if they get them graded, $16. That's with your membership to CBCS. That's how much these cost. So all I have to do is divide up the shipping between them, or if there's one bigger book in here, let it pay for all the shipping back and forth, and then everything else can be sold at a little more than $16, and I'm at a profit, depending on what I paid for each individual book. And you factor that in. So yes, although I normally wouldn't in a large pre-screen order, yeah, old lady Harley 5 will go in. We'll have that go in. Okay, now this one right here, this one's nice. It has a few, not even defects, but blemishes. It has a few blemishes on it, and it's worth decent in a 9.8. I would think it's probably worth decent in a 9.6, but we're going to save it for a press and clean. And why are we saving it for a press and clean? Because the book has been out for a few years. Everyone knows it. The price is what the price is by now. It's almost been out my 5-year rule. It's almost been out 5 years. So I don't need it back really fast. So I can put it in the press clean order. And that, of course, is the Middleton Batgirl 23. And I don't know if I can show this, but it's just a few small blemishes that should be able to come out, like right there. You see that on the spine? Little dark patch. And I think there might be some slight rub on the back. But yeah, it should definitely be a 9.8. Okay, this is like a really good looking book compared to some of these others. And it is a Michael Turner cover, so that's why we're getting it graded. This is Justice League 1. And this is actually a convention variant. Now, this one is, I don't know if you can, I don't think this one can be pressed and saved. So I think I'm just going to sell it raw. But it is Silver Surfer Superman #1 crossover book. So we're not going to put that in the press and clean pile. I'm not going to put it in the pre-screen pile. We're just going to put it in the we'll get back to it later pile over here. Okay, this next one is going in the pre-screen pile, and it is Superman, the Man of Steel 18. First appearance of Doomsday. That is going in the pre-screen, as well as Legionnaires #0. That will go in the pre-screen. Now, this book right here, it's really, you know what? We'll put it in the pre-screen, but I'll be lucky to get, $40 out of it. That's if it gets a 9.8. For some reason, it's just it's a Batgirl Middleton. So all these B covers that Middleton did for Batgirl, it's sort of funny to me how you have this one in 28 that does not sell for a whole lot, but yet you have the one in 23 that people love. And I guess it's just how it's done, I guess, how he happens to do it or something. And if you notice, this is a different mask and cowl. Her other one covers everything and her hair is out the back. So you know what? We'll throw it in, like I said, $16 if it's slabbed. I can surely sell it for more than that. So You know, we'll put it in, see what happens. And then these last two, I don't know. I think this one is worth enough. Well, actually, this one, it's worth enough. It's technically worth enough that I could spend the $6 to get it signed by, or excuse me, $6 to get it pressed by CBCS. But I don't think I have the time for it to come back and me get. What I'm saying is, I don't know if the price will last on it. So, you know what? I'll throw it in the pre-screen, and we'll see what happens. So it'll go in the pre-screen. Superman, Batman 22. We'll throw it in the pre-screen, see what happens. And then with it, there's also issue 23. Again, we'll just throw it in the pre-screen, see what happens. They sell for decent. And see, the pre-screen is where you throw books in that you may not necessarily normally would, but you know, a few of those I'll put in. If they get graded, they're a 9.8. So I'm good to go there. I'll get something out of them. And if they're not, they get sent back. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is. So that's, I don't even want to count how many books that is. I might have to do some rethinking depending on price, but I think I can just let that whole stack go. Or at least half of it will go. It depends on, well, a few different things. I got to look into it. But and as far as, let's go over our books that we said we'll press and clean. And when I say press and clean, I mean use CBCS because I don't have to have them back in a fast time. And it's also, I think, $6 for their press and clean on a modern book. No one else except CGC, no one else does it cheaper. Like Erod, Jimmy, you know, all those guys are great, but they're not charging you $6 for a modern book. So this will definitely be pressed by CBCS, but we have the Middleton back barrel here. We also have Zatanna number 8, which I got to relook at Zatanna number 8. It may not be worth it at all. That might be why I didn't write it down on my list. We had Superman 212. And I'll double check JLA 26 as well. But it's in the pile. And I'll have to look and see what else am I going to send off. So anyway, that is it. That is the video. That is all she said, all she wrote. I guess we'll see you guys next time. And hopefully I can put out videos at a better pace than this, whether they be live or recorded. So we will catch you guys later.